Hi and welcome back to the mat with me. So today we're going to do a seated stretchy flow that will be really useful if you're short on time, if you're feeling not that energetic, or even in the morning, just to wake the body up. Okay, so we're going to start in the seated cross-leg position. Spine nice and tall, hands resting on the knees, closing down the eyes. Just using this opportunity to ground into your body, to notice your breath and to come to your practice. Now just begin to deepen the breaths and lengthen the inhales and the exhales. In for 4 and out for 6. You can either let yourself just be absorbed in the moment, or you can count the breaths, which can be quite helpful in keeping the mind focused and present. After a few breaths, we're going to blink the eyes open, and we're going to take the right hand across to the left knee and taking a nice easy post twist, taking a gaze behind you. Good. Then we're going to come back to center, placing that left hand on the right knee, and just to drop the head here, just to feel a stretch in the neck and the shoulder. Then keeping the left hand on the right knee, we let go of the right hand and taking the twist. Breathing deep here, feeling your tummy lift and fall. Then placing that right hand on the left knee, dropping the head, feeling the stretch in the shoulder. Taking the arms off now and placing the left hand to the mat and just sweeping that right arm over. If you can, placing the forearm down to the mat. Keeping a slight bend in the arm so it's not poker straight. So we're feeling our whole side body begin to open up, and then taking it around in a full circle through child's pose, almost from the front, sweeping it up and over to the other side. Arms nice and relaxed, gaze can be down or lifted, whatever feels best for you right now in the moment. And again, coming round for those circles. Oh, just to stretch out the spine, it is in a more movement rather than still manner. One more time, all the way around. Feels nice, just to find some gentle movement. Good, and coming up to seated. Now from here we're going to place the hands just behind the head, so that they don't have to be interlaced, they can if that feels good for you. And we're just going to open up our shoulders here, using our head to help us. So just lifting the gaze slightly, lifting the chin, you'll begin to feel that your shoulders have to just move apart slightly. And with this, hopefully you'll be able to feel a stretch now here in your chest. Breathing deep. And then on an exhale, just lower the head and draw the elbows into tap and touch, just to release any neck tension. Inhale, lifting the chin, taking the gaze high, feeling your chest and shoulders expand. Exhale, lower down. And again, on an inhale, lifting up, shining your heart forward. And exhale, lower. Now from here we're going to extend the left foot, keeping the right foot tucked in, so our foot is resting on our inner thigh. Facing forward, we're going to inhale, lifting the arms up nice and high, and exhale, coming forward. Placing the arms down, taking the gaze down to the floor. Breathing deep here. This is just to help wake up our glute and stretch into our lower back. Taking the hands up, walking them back. This time on a diagonal, we're going to place the arm on the shin, lifting up and over with the right arm for another side stretch. Again, there's a micro bend in that elbow. It's nice and heavy. Breathing nice and deep. And then placing the right hand behind the seat, pressing up, almost like you're having a yawn, taking the hips high for our baby wild thing. Letting the arm hang behind the head. It does feel like a nice yawn. Maybe if you want to take an arm circle, if not, let it just be there. Feeling a stretch in the front body, taking the feet back down. Then we're going to, before we go over to the other side, we're going to let the feet join in the middle. So the soles of our feet are together, holding our feet almost like you're reading a book, placing the forearms on the insides of the shin, and with a flat back, taking the gaze to the toes. Breathing nice and deep, helping opening up the hips and the lower back, calmly and softly. One more breath here. Can you feel yourself begin to edge slightly nearer to your toes? No forcing, just letting your body weight help you along. Coming up nice and tall, and then bringing that left foot in and extending the right foot out, just like before. Inhaling nice and tall, facing forward. Exhale, folding down. And keep the eyes open or closed, whatever you wish. Sometimes in a forward fold, it's nice to close down the eyes to make it more of a personal experience. Pressing your way back up. Taking that side stretch now, so taking the hand down the shin, lifting the arm up and over, taking the gaze high or low. Good. Then taking the left hand behind the left seat, just like before. We're going to press up for that. Like I say, it's a yawn, but it's baby wild thing. And find length through the back, stretch out that arm, feeling your hips release, your chest release. Oh, it's lovely first thing in the morning to do this. Taking arm circles if it feels good for you right now. And coming down. Good. Finding our butterfly pose again. Feet like butterflies. This time we're going to just scooch our bottoms back a bit so we've got a larger diamond, and we're just going to let the elbows this time come the outside of our legs and just hanging over our legs, and this helps to actually stretch out our lower back rather than working to our hips and inner thighs. I can already feel my lower back release. It feels so nice. Nice and slow. Staying with your breath, sending love to your body. And coming up. Bring yourself back into center. Now we're going to place the left leg down and we're going to cross over with the right. And we're going to lift up with our left arm, reaching up and over and twisting over so the elbow is on the outside edge of that knee. Taking the gaze back for our seated twist. Taking 3 inhales and exhales here, and as you do, on each exhale, can you just rotate slightly deeper into the pose? After your 3 breaths, coming back to center. Taking the counter pose just by placing the hands down to the mat and lowering the body. Now, shoelace or cow face pose. Placing the knees on top of each other. There might be a bit of a gap. If there is, placing a cushion or a block here. And just wiggle out your feet a bit so they're kind of in line. But we really just want the knees to sort of be stacked. They won't, perfectly be stacked. Holding down your feet because it feels quite nice and quite grounding. And then just tip your body weight forward so you begin to work into your glutes and your hips. So we'll be feeling it a lot here in the right since the right one is on top. It will be quite deep, so just go gentle. But if you can, stay with the discomfort. If there's any pain, come out of it and take a child's pose. But if it just feels a bit like, oh, this is uncomfortable, see if you can stay with it for our 5 breaths. Good, well done. Well done. Coming up, then uncrossing the legs and taking it over to the other side. This time the left leg is on top. Inhale, reaching up with the right. Placing the right elbow on the outside edge of that knee, taking the gaze behind. And just like before, every time you exhale, can you just encourage your way further into the rotation of the spine, feeling your tummy on your thigh. going over through that counter pose, just to help neutralise the spine before we move on, and then finding our cow face, shoelace pose. One side's always harder or easier than the other. Okay, I think I'm comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable, that always helps. And then taking the body weight forward, spine nice and tall, flat back. Closing down the eyes if it helps. If you want to make this more a meditative practice, keeping your eyes closed for most of it. A moving meditation. One more breath here. And coming up to seated, we're done. Then we're just going to find our way back into cross-leg position, how we started. Spine nice and tall. Hands rested on the knees. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Taking an inhale, lifting the arms nice and high. Meeting at the top, taking the gaze. And then lowering hands to prayer. Down to your heart. Whisper a note of gratitude to yourself, saying thank you to you for prioritising yourself, finding time to start your day in the best way, or just to show yourself some love and kindness, just to reset yourself, just to find calm, whatever brought you to the mat today. Just thank yourself for it, because you will feel so much better for it. Take care, have a lovely day.